forgotten battle that stopped the Mongols. Ayn Jalut, 1260, the battle that changed history. Before we dive into this incredible story, I just want to take a moment to ask you for a small favor. If you enjoy history and want to see more fascinating stories like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out and allows me to keep bringing you high-quality historical content. Thank you. I truly appreciate it. Now, let's get into the battle that changed history. The Mongol invasion. The year is 1260. For decades, the Mongol Empire has crushed everything in its path. No army has been able to stop them. Cities have burned, empires have fallen, and the world trembles at the mention of their name. But in the heart of the Middle East, a battle is about to unfold, one that will change history forever. This, the forgotten battle that stopped the Mongols. The road to Ayn Jalut. After the death of Genghis Khan, his successors continued his campaign of conquest. By the mid-13th century, the Mongols had devastated the Islamic world, destroying cities like Baghdad and Damascus. Nothing seemed capable of stopping them. Led by the ruthless general Qutuz, the Mongol army marched into the Levant, determined to conquer Egypt. The Mamluk Sultanate, a rising power in the region, was their next target. But the Mamluks were not like the others. They were warriors, trained from childhood, hardened by battle, and led by a brilliant commander, Sultan Qutuz. Knowing that a direct attack on Cairo would be disastrous, Qutuz made a bold decision. Instead of waiting for the Mongols to come to him, he would take the fight to them. He rallied his forces and marched north, determined to stop Qutuz before it was too late. Near the small village of Ayn Jalut in modern-day Israel, the two armies met. The fate of the Islamic world, and perhaps the entire region, hung in the balance. The battle begins. On September 3, 1260, the Mongols charged. Their cavalry, feared across the world, stormed the Mamluk line. But Qutuz had a plan. He had studied Mongol tactics and knew that their strength was in their speed and mobility. Instead of engaging in a full-scale battle immediately, the Mamluks executed a tactical retreat, luring the Mongols into the hills. Confident in their victory, Qutuz and his forces pursued. But it was a trap. Suddenly, the Mamluk forces turned and counterattacked. Hidden cavalry units emerged from the hills surrounding the Mongols. The once invincible army was now trapped, outmaneuvered, and vulnerable. The turning point. As the battle raged, Qutuz is said to have thrown off his helmet, revealing his face to his soldiers, and shouted, "O Muslims, victory is upon us." Inspired by their leader, the Mamluks pushed forward, breaking the Mongol line. Qutuz fought to the end, refusing to surrender, but in the chaos, he was captured and executed. The remaining Mongol forces, now leaderless and in disarray, fled the battlefield. For the first time in history, the unstoppable Mongol war machine had been defeated in open battle. The aftermath. The victory at Ayn Jalut was more than just a battle. It was a turning point. It proved that the Mongols were not invincible. It marked the beginning of their decline in the Middle East and solidified the Mamluks as a dominant power. Had the Mamluks failed that day, history might have taken a very different course. The Mongols could have swept through Egypt, North Africa, and beyond. But because of the courage and strategy of Qutuz and his warriors, the Mongol advance was halted. Conclusion. The Battle of Ayn Jalut is one of history's greatest yet most overlooked battles. It was a moment where strategy, bravery, and leadership turned the tide against an enemy that seemed unstoppable. History is shaped by those who dare to stand and fight. And on that day, at Ayn Jalut, the world witnessed the moment the Mongols were stopped. Subscribe for more untold stories of history. Thank you.